Hey everyone. Today I'm taking a gamble ordering cheap stuff online to see if it's worth it. No ads, and if it breaks I'll fix it right on camera, so let's find out which item surprises us the most and which one is actually worth buying. This drill clearly has a problem. So I just wasted some money with nothing to show for it. Well, consider it a hard-earned lesson for next time. Wait, what if the problem is just the battery? I shouldn't rush to conclude that the drill is broken. Luckily, the box comes with 2 batteries, so I'll swap in the other one to see if the battery is really the problem. There's no problem at all. Good thing there's still one working battery. At first, I imagined the worst case scenario, both broken, but luckily it's just one, so that's still a win. I've already marked this battery, just so I don't mix it up with the other one later. Maybe I was a bit too hopeful with that first battery, it didn't work from the start anyway. After this test, I think I've got a rough idea of what's going on. In the next part, I'll double check to be sure. This time, I'm going to check if the problem is really just a dead battery. This battery is clearly dead, but the weird thing is, it doesn't show any sign of charging. The battery that worked earlier charges just fine, no issues at all. After testing the battery with the charger, I'm starting to see another possible issue. If it still doesn't work this time, I'm definitely tossing it in the trash. For the first step, we'll need to prepare 2 metal washers. I've also got a short single-core wire here. I'll make one first as a demo. We're going to connect the 2 metal washers to the 2 ends of this wire. Don't worry if it looks odd for now, I'll explain in just a bit. This red wire will represent the positive line. I've made another one just like it. This one represents the negative line. The positive wire will be connected to the positive terminals of both batteries, and the negative wire will go to the negative terminals. Once connected like this, we'll wait for 15 to 30 minutes before removing the wires. Alright, the waiting time is over. Now we'll remove the wires and get ready to test it again. Now we'll do a small experiment to see if it can actually supply power. I'm lucky this battery still works. The earlier issue was likely due to it sitting discharged too long, causing low voltage, so the device didn't recognize it. Luckily, recharging fixed everything. Using the same principle, I'm going to try a few more tricks to see if they work as expected. I'm going to try it with these two keys and see what happens. This trick actually works really well, not bad at all, and I have to admit it helps solve the problem much faster than I expected. Now I'm going to try it with these two small drill bits and see what happens. This method works just as effectively as the previous one. The last trick I could think of in this video is using two scissors. If you have a better idea, don't hesitate, drop a comment below and share it. This method seems a bit odd, but it's extremely feasible and works just as well as the previous tricks. Now I'll recharge it and use it as usual. Looking back at today's journey, from ordering cheap online products, thinking I'd get something good but almost ending up with junk, testing each battery and trying tricks with wires, keys, drill bits and scissors, I finally got the battery working normally. Through this experience, I realized that in life, just like in shopping or tackling problems, not everything cheap or easy is worthless. And not every failed attempt is useless. With patience, careful observation, repeated trials, and a bit of creativity, sometimes you can find solutions that seemed impossible. Small things can teach us big lessons about patience, attention to detail, and the joy of figuring things out with your own hands. If you have any clever tricks or just want to share a little story, drop a comment below. I'd love to read and learn from you. See you in the next experiments where we learn, have fun, explore together, and maybe even discover more useful tricks for life.